Welcome back to another gear review. I think this is the perfect bathroom book. Or maybe not a bathroom book, but maybe a coffee table book. I had the original one of these. This is Back to the Basics. Over 250,000 books sold. You can still get it. This is the 4th edition, updated and revised. And so the first editions that they had were picture book form. They were like this. And they opened up as a picture book. They've updated it to open like a standard book. This has so much information, and I have the original one somewhere. I couldn't find it. It is in one of our moves. The original, let's see. I believe the original was in the late 1990s or 1980s, I believe. But I could be wrong. It could be older than that. There's no copyright on this. Anyways, so what does this book talk about? Back to the basics, right? A backyard guide to buying and working land, raising livestock, generating your own energy, enjoying your harvest, household skills, and crafts and more. I've read this book probably twice, all the way through at different times. I actually did keep this in my bathroom when I was doing my do. So, gives you things to look for, pretty detailed, in what to look for in buying property. If you're thinking about doing like a homestead or something like that, shows you what certain types of plant life is there. Just so much that goes into this. Buildings are important, but water is vital. It shows you what type of plants are near water. If so, you might not have standing water on land, but there might be plants indicating that there's water underneath. Shows you what kind of house to build in different type of climates. Shows you how to lay out your house on your land. Shows you how to do rudimentary things. Shows you how to prep a site to build, right? I'm a builder, so I've taken some things out of here that are pretty ingenuity, has great ingenuity regards to the old ways of doing things that maybe we don't do anymore. But you can pick up a lot of skills and tricks from some of those old timers, right? Shows you how to build a log cabin from bottom foundation all the way up without the modern conveniences of concrete, but building with rock and clay and so on and so forth, or whatever you might have around you, straw, things like that. Shows you how to make tools, shows you how to build walls, fences, what kind of fences. Shows you how to set up a garden, shows you how to build a greenhouse, shows you how to set up a septic system, shows you how to do geothermal loops with water. If you don't know what that is, look into that. Shows you how to set up solar, all kinds of things. Pedal power, atomic fusion, grassland management for hay, grapes, variety, different kinds of things like that. Gets into husbandry skills. If you have animals, goats, cows, chickens, they have sections on that. It shows you how to, gives you recipes in here, shows you how to set up smokers. I mean, it's just a wealth of information. And you might have heard me say it before if you follow this channel. And if you haven't followed this channel, you should subscribe, ring the bell, the icon, and share and like this video. But knowledge is so important. The Americans have gotten to the habit of just buying their way out of problems instead of acquiring the knowledge necessary to get them out of those problems. And so we might not always have the money. We might not always have the resources to buy ourselves out of problems. So it's really good if you can get a wealth of knowledge for relatively inexpensive. I think this book goes for right around $20 to $30, and you're going to get way more of your money out of it. I can promise you that. There's just so much good information in here. So much. Shows you how to tie yourself off if you're rappelling. Shows you how to ski. Shows you how to take measurements. Shows you how to collect water. I mean, it goes on and on. It shows you how to basket weave. I mean, there's just blacksmithing skills. This is the book. Skinning. Over 250,000 copies sold. I'm sure somebody in this video, if you have a story in regards to something that you've done, a project in this book, or something that you've learned in this book that you yourself have done, please comment below and like and tell us your story. But I've used this book specifically in the husbandry stuff and dealing with chickens and finding out stuff like that. So I just like to keep this book on top of my toilet or on my coffee table. Every once in a while I'm sitting down, instead of scrolling through your phone all the time. Part of the issue with scrolling through your phone is sometimes you don't know what to look for. And so when you have somebody who has put all the information into one spot and you're not having to go from page to page on your phone or something like that, that's invaluable because you can pick this up and be like, okay, they've already performed the task for me. They've already done the research for me. They've already compiled everything for me. All I got to do is pick it up and glance through it instead of you yourself having to be like, okay, Google chickens, boom. Now Google blacksmithing. There's a lot of stuff that's taking place where they've compiled this all in one spot. And this is a great start. I would definitely recommend you get this book. And once again, I get nothing from anything that I review, but I just share my experiences with you. So take a look at this book, Back to the Basics. Leave your comments below. See you next time.